I'm Archbishop Christopher Coyne, and this is Coffee with the Archbishop. And joining with me today is our regular interlocutor, Mr. David Elliott.
Cheers today.
The Director of Communications for the Archdiocese of Hartford. And I'm wearing my Laurelton Hall shirt today. And it's still summer when we're taping, so I'm getting my iced coffee. Laurelton Hall is in Milford. It's a all-girls academy founded by the Sisters of Mercy. And so I've been there I've been there one time. I'm going to go again. I know I'm getting on the calendar to go there again.
Sure.
And all that and visit.
You really make the rounds, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Get around.
It's
I try to
very
get to every school during the course of the day. So David's back.
David's
back. And he was, oh my gosh, you were dealing with terrible pain, weren't you?
Yes, I was. As you all know, I tore my calf playing tennis. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't take a misstep. A person I know who works within the tennis industry told me that the thing I did wrong was playing tennis over the age of 30. So I guess in a way I did do something wrong.
Well,
but I'm very happy to be back.
You could stop playing pickleball.
That's a very controversial
tennis
topic.
People don't like this.
There is a bit of warfare between tennis and pickleball players. Maybe that could probably be the subject of an entirely other video.
Well, what I appreciate about tennis is it's quieter.
It is.
If you're near a pickleball court, you know you're near a pickleball court.
Yes, you can hear the thwacking sound and a lot of people yelling. They yell a lot, the pickleball players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we yell sometimes too.
So
we grunt.
You wanted to talk about something that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, okay. So we're trying to keep these maybe a little topical. Talk about what's happening right now. It's the 27th. This will come out on the 28th. So the big news right now is the Cracker Barrel redesign or Taylor Swift getting engaged. So on a scale of banality 1 to 10, I would say this is about a 10. But that's okay. I think maybe Taylor Swift. We can talk. Are you a Swiftie?
No, I throw righty. I'm a righty.
Okay.
So all I don't know any Taylor Swift songs.
You must know some of them.
No, I don't.
Wait. Have you never heard a Taylor Swift song, or do you just not?
I may have heard it. It may have been like in the background when I'm riding an elevator or something like that, or maybe on a radio. But I've never really went and looked for a Taylor Swift song. I couldn't give you the name of a Taylor Swift song.
Okay. So then, given how unfamiliar you are with her, you must be somewhat maybe mystified by how how popular this news is about her getting engaged.
Well, I mean, the only thing I know about her is that she gets in the way of me watching football.
Yes,
because every time I'm watching a football game, all of a sudden, because she's connected with the guy from Kansas City,
right?
Kelce,
Travis Kelce, yep.
And they show up in the bail box, and I could just probably hear her going, "Oh, what just happened?"
Well, as a tennis fan,
she's probably getting better.
As a tennis fan, she also interrupts my tennis because she goes to the big tournaments, and I'll always cut away to her in her box, like dancing with her fiance or talking during a point or something. So it's a big,
she's big. So she's, they're probably gonna want to have some people, casual viewers might want to watch it and all that.
But the level of fandom is really immense. What do you make of that? This kind of, this hyper fandom where you have these fans who are so deeply entrenched in the, behind the scenes machinations of a celebrity's life. What do you think of that?
It's not anything. It's the size of more than anything else, isn't it? It's the mass media and the fact that someone who's a fairly good musician from what I know and popular and has some good messages on some of her songs and all that, and people all over the world can download or can open up a YouTube, or you open up her music and watch it anywhere they want to, and that helps to promote these things. But that's not anything. The cult of personalities, especially in pop music, has been, think of Elvis,
sure.
Think of the Beatles, think of Madonna, think about Margaritaville.
Jimmy Buffett?
Yeah, Jimmy Buffett's got.
Does he have a cult of personality?
Oh yeah, the parrot heads that follow him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
I think about. He's much smaller, but it's.
Did he pass away this year?
Yes,
I think he did. Yeah.
Dead or alive, Jimmy Buffett, dead or alive.
We'll
probably have to cut that out. So
right. I'll leave it.
Jimmy Buffett dead or alive, but he got wasted away in Margaritaville too many times.
Oh man, burn.
Yeah, burn.
That's good.
Okay.
Leave that in. Don't cut that out. But do you think social media has sort of, really made the cult of personality, I guess, even more invasive, I guess you could say? Because now with social media, obviously we use it. We love social media. Social media has many, many, many good things about it. But when it comes to these celebrities, you get sort of a window into their lives that maybe, you didn't have into the life of Elvis. There was sort of that media filter there.
Well, it's as much as they want to share, isn't it?
True.
And she, until recently, from what I know, I didn't listen to it, hadn't really ever gone on a podcast or taken an interview about her relationship with Kelce, Travis Kelce, until she went on his brother's podcast. The only reason why I know this is because I pay attention to podcasts and all.
Or you're secretly a Swiftie.
If I was, I'd tell you, but I'm not. I don't know. I know my niece is really into her.
Big toe, yeah.
But I don't really know anything, you know.
Sure.
So I'm into Christ.
That's right.
I'm a big fan of Jesus Christ.
Well, so what? Okay, so we've talked about sort of Taylor, we've talked about Travis a little bit, and the whole situation. Looking at it as a blank canvas, what advice would you give to them? They're obviously a hugely popular, maybe the most popular couple on the planet in terms of people who are fixated on them. What advice would you give them as an engaged couple?
Well, first of all, I was reading the newspaper this morning, and it was there, and then that they get engaged, and then that he proposed on one knee. Okay. The next article was, did he get down on the right knee?
Ooh.
And I was like, really? That there's a way of an etiquette on using your right knee or your left knee? I didn't know that. Who knew that?
Not me.
So, I mean, I would say just for them who are getting married, or any couple that's getting married, ignore the details that don't matter. In other words, you can pay attention to them, but don't let them get in the way of really focusing upon what's important.
Sure.
A lot of times people get so caught up in the details of the wedding itself, the reception, destination weddings, all these things like that, that they miss the point of why they really don't focus on the important moment of coming together and publicly committing to each other in front of their family and friends, their intention to be married as husband and wife. And I'm sure these are two very mature people. They're not youngsters, and they've been around. And they've been together now for a year or two. And I think that they both are very, obviously, like other couples, are committed to making this a good thing. But to focus on what's really important. And for Christians who get married in the church, it's a moment in which they enter into a sacrament. I mean, that's part of the issue when we started talking about defining marriage and how do you define marriage? Is it just between a man and a woman? Can it be a man and a man? Can it be a woman and a woman? And the Catholic people were saying that the Catholic Church is just, stepping out as just being hardcore, and we're being traditional, we're not being open to new things. Well, the issue for us is it's not just a civil union or something that's done publicly. It is a sacrament. And it's a sacrament that is embodied in the natural union of a man and a woman, open to the possibility of generation, natural generation, as well as, commitment, fidelity, and all those things that evince, as God loves us unconditionally, as God loves us faithfully, as God loves us until the end of time, and also God loves us in a way that his creative love. That's marital love, creative love, unconditional love, eternal love in terms of, till death do us part, and also faithful love, So that's when that happens, that becomes a sacrament. We can say, what's God's love like? We can say God's love is like that marriage of a couple right there. And not only do they show us what God's love is like, but somehow through their marriage, they bring it about. So, we can talk the celebrity talk, and we can talk the other things, but whether it's a young couple in our parish who are just getting married in a simple ceremony, or Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift getting married in these big ceremonies. The most important thing is that moment of recognizing with maturity, intention, and love that this is what you're entering into.
Well, I think that's the clear-eyed commentary that we needed on the Taylor Swift engagement, to remember that there are real people sort of here, and that they aren't just these sort of celebrity monoliths. Obviously, they're hugely popular, but there are real people there, and there's really great value to what they're doing and getting married. And
Now, getting back to the Cracker Barrel thing, I did pay attention to that.
You did. And
it just goes to show that, this is probably, the uproar over this probably showed that in many ways this is the stupidest year since last year.
You don't see it as like a power to the people moment, speaking truth to power? They spoke truth to power, okay?
Okay. Well, I don't go to Cracker Barrel, so anyways.
I've been a couple times.
Okay.
All right.
We got to wrap it up. We're getting to the next single. My name is Archbishop Christopher Coyne, and you've been watching Coffee with the Archbishop.